It's that time again! Thanks for tuning in! I'm your host, the Joker. Harley! Harley! You see? Let's get to know our legendary contestants.
Welcome to DCUO Legends Spotlight. My name is Jemmy and I am excited to bring you one of two Legends characters that will be added in the War of Light DLC Part 1. Atrocitus is the leader of the Red Lantern Corps, whose rings are fueled by the emotion Rage. But his real name was actually Atro, and once he was just a regular guy with a wife and daughter. That was until malfunctioning manhunters annihilated his entire sector in space. He was one of 5 survivors to escape, and from then, Atro became reborn as Atrocitus with one goal: to seek revenge on the Guardians of the Universe. And sorry guys, there's no spinning character of Atrocitus. We try to get one, but right now in the game, he's just way too big, and he's actually missing his head, just like our Kilo is, so we decided not to add that. But if you want to see, his top portion is right here in the middle of what he looks like in-game. And of course, speaking about in-games, let's go ahead and get to the good part. Atrocitus is also a lantern, so of course he has the power of flight for his movement. His weapon choice for the arena is going to be brawling. I believe that is the full set, but just to make sure, you could go ahead and check the action bar. So I don't think there's any special changes because he's a lantern for brawling. The first skill is called Rage Flail, where he swings a ball and chain over his target, stunning and damaging them. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, but of course the stunning effect will not apply. Rage Flail is also an AoE that damages and stuns all nearby targets in front of Atrocitus, and I would say that the range on Rage Flail is very generous. As you see here, that even Two-Face, who is a little bit far behind, got affected. The next skill is called Ire Stomp. Atrocitus pulls in and knocks back his enemies, delivering damage as he stomps the ground. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, but you just have to be really close because Ire Stomp's range is very limited. Lastly, Ire Stomp is also an AoE around Atrocitus, pulling enemies towards him while delivering damage to all who are within the AoE range. Rage Expulsion is the third skill on Atrocitus' loadout, where he spews out a red fluid on his enemy that panics and places a strong, short-term dot. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, however the panic effect will not take hold. Rage Expulsion is also a Conus AoE, affecting all targets in front of Atrocitus, panicking and placing that same strong dot upon them. Plasma Pool is a wide area of effect that is placed around Atrocitus. Enemies within the field will be temporarily grounded and have a fairly long dot on them, whether they remain in the field or run out of it. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, but as far as for the grounding effect, it's only for a second, so if it does take effect or not, it really doesn't matter. But just keep in mind that the dots will still affect you if you are within the field, even though you're blocking. Here we're showing Plasma Pool against a group of ads. As you can see, all the enemies within the area have that initial grounded effect, and then they're starting to take damage from those dots. With Ferocious Lunge, Atrocitus can quickly close the distance from his enemies while knocking them down and delivering damage, giving him time to follow up with other close range skills. This skill is safe to use against blocking targets, so it's even better to use than your weapon lunge if you're fearful that your enemies will counter block you. As the animation kinda gives away, Furious Lunge is also an AoE that affects all enemies in front of Atrocitus, knocking them down and delivering that same damage. The last skill on his bar is a 100% supercharge. First, you will have to use a skill which gives Atrocitus immunity. During that time, the supercharge icon will change, allowing for it to be executed again, unleashing a Conus Roar that damages and pushes back nearby enemies. Note that during this time, Atrocitus will gain ticks of health back. So just to recap on that, you want to be looking at the top left hand of the screen to see my health bar. And then first we're going to use the supercharge again. You see that tick of health that came back. And then you see the icon has changed and we're using that roar here. All the while we are still getting those ticks of health. So that is the entire loadout for Atrocitus, guys. I hope you enjoyed looking at Atrocitus firsthand, and if you are interested in playing with him, he is available for you to purchase with Marks of Legends with the DLC War of the Light. Thanks guys for watching and really anticipating these videos. It really makes it a joyous experience for us. If you missed the last Legend Spotlight we covered, we did go over on Mansoor, so we'll go ahead and leave that easy link in the center for you. As a matter of fact, we covered all the available lanterns right now within the game, and they each have their own spotlight. So if you would like to see that, just go to our main channel and look at our playlist. They have a playlist for the Legend Spotlight and they should all be listed there. If you would like to stay updated with all the new videos as soon as we update them, go ahead and please subscribe with the link on top. And lastly, to stay connected with me, you can follow me on social media such as Twitter, Facebook, and more, with all the convenient links listed in the description box below. And just to mention guys, that Saint Walker will be the next one out, so you can go ahead and look forward to that. Once again, thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!